Well, hey, nearly senior citizen here. Howdy. I got a situation going on. It is precisely, looking on my computer, 5:13 a.m. Yesterday, I was so tired. I slept primarily through the entire day in my chair here, in the computer chair. And that's not good because, number one, I'm sitting all the time in the chair if I sleep that way. And they're not good chairs. And because of that, I'm fighting pressure sores. Yay, 52, and I got pressure sores because I'm fighting sitting in chairs all the time because I can't sleep. Tying in, And what happened, because of that, I'd slept so much on and off yesterday that, well, actually, boy, there's so much. And just as a quick aside that I forgot to add it in, yesterday, because of sleeplessness, when I woke up at 10 o'clock in my chair here, because my brother-in-law was going to the bathroom. He's got an electric wheelchair. Goes from his desk to his bathroom. That woke me up, luckily. Oh, I had to get up, go across the street. So, I'll give you a quick rundown of what happened. I woke up in this chair, in this setup. This is where I was sitting. Because this is my new setup. This is my new life. This is what my life is. I sleep in front of my computer because I can't sleep in a bed because of anxiety. And I play on my computer and I make videos. Yay to my life. And I have hamsters. But after I woke up in this chair, I got up, threaded my way through here because this is, of course, where I have to be. Over there, can you see between the chairs that there is a metal gate at the end? That is to keep the dogs from coming in. And then there is a wooden gate there because that's to keep people from falling these several feet down into the family room. Well, guess what? And guess who was so tired that I grabbed hold of that bar, like I do, swung one foot over, put it onto the ground over there, swung my other foot up, got it caught, and nosedived right over the edge, slamming into the ground and catching myself face first before I impacted with the ground, and everything but my body, well, everything but my head crashed into the ground. My upper body, I managed to grab hold of the chair and smacking my head on stuff. But yeah, I took a header off that thing because I was so tired. You see, I used to fall asleep while I was driving, because I only got an hour's worth of sleep a night, maximum, sometimes even less, because I was terrified of going to sleep because what happened with my wife? What if I was needed to be there and be awake and I was asleep and something happened? So I just stayed awake as much as I possibly could, which meant that when driving, I would sometimes fall asleep and turtles would wake me up when I drift and go or and that would wake me up, thank God. Though a few times parked, I would not park, but red light. And twice, even with her in the car, I suddenly went and bang into the car in front of me. Yay. So, unfortunately, once she died, I started sleeping for the first 2 months. And then her cat died. And then suddenly I couldn't sleep over at my house anymore. I'd lie down to sleep and instant anxiety. And even after all this time, she's been gone for a year, and I still can't sleep over there in that house. I just tried. After being asleep all day today in my chair, 9 o'clock here, 9 o'clock p.m., they woke me up to say, hi, we're going to bed. And I went, oh, I need to get some stuff done. And so I fell asleep again until 11 o'clock. Great. So I got up, picked up a hamster, of course, grabbed a bucket, went back over to my house, sat in a recliner, and fell asleep in the recliner for a few hours. No, it's without my mask. So I slept up without my mask, which isn't sleeping. But I woke up at about 4 o'clock and said, this is ridiculous. Went into my bedroom, stripped off, put on my sleep mask, lay down in bed. Instant anxiety. Just the very moment that I lay down, I felt like I could not breathe, which is ridiculous because I was breathing while laying there during the entire time. And even if I stop breathing, I've got this mask that I wear on my face that's blowing air down my throat so that even if I stop breathing, I'm still breathing. The machine's doing it for me. But the very moment I lay down, I started that feeling of I can't breathe. And I only lay there for 1 minute, approximately, and I had to get up. Not that I wasn't giving it any time, but after 1 minute, I had to get up. It was that bad. You know that terrible antsy feeling you'll get if, God, it's so hard to describe for people who don't have anxiety. But it's, say, you got in a speeding ticket for $500. You know you're guilty. You know there's no way to get out of this. And you're waiting in the courtroom for the judge to call your name. There's 8 other people in the room with you. They're all waiting. And the judge is taking their own sweet time. You've got this antsy, anxious feeling. That's the only thing I can think of as an example. That's what I get the moment I lay down. And it was that way and getting worse. So after 1 minute, I had to get up, take my mask off, get dressed again. How do you like this? I not only got my shirt, I got another shirt, and then I got this thing over the top of it to keep warm because I freeze all the time. 200 pounds now, still fat. Compared though, my God, I mean, I strip off my clothing, I almost look like something out of a POW camp already. I mean, you can see my ribs and stuff. Couldn't ever do that before. So, it's interesting. And so I'm just cold. That's why I'm wearing this awful fluffy stuff. Big as a tent as this is I got this from my brother-in-law. And unfortunately it was given to me at a time when he had outgrown it. Not that he had lost weight, but it was too big, too small for him. And you can see how much of a tent it is on me. So I have to admit, I'm worried about him. He's lost 170 pounds, but his eating habits have gone back to where they were, and I don't want him to gain all that weight back. He doesn't need to. And he's wheelchair bound now. He gets less energy. I don't want him to get his weight back. Well, this is my... I don't know what I'm going to do about my sleeping video. All I can do right now is to try calling up the VA again and trying to talk to both my primary care provider, my psychiatrist about this. And I've tried doing that before. I mean, I've got this one sleep med. It's basically, it's like a Benadryl. It's an antihistamine. You can take 3 of them, you know, and they say, oh yeah, this is also used for anti-anxiety. Well, anti-anxiety medication is not really much more than something that just gets you really sedated to the point where you fall asleep. I don't really want to fall asleep when I'm anxious, because when I'm not anxious, I still want to get things done. And I know that anxiety usually lasts like 5-10 minutes, usually. Sometimes it lasts hours and hours or days. And boy, let me tell you, that sucks. Well, if you've liked hearing all the depressing news, if you liked seeing me being really cold and wearing fluffy stuff, toss me a like. I think you should subscribe to the channel. It's a good idea, and I think you'd enjoy it. And if you have, or even if you haven't, why not share the video? I'm sure there's somebody that might want to watch me wearing this gigantic thing here. Any comments, leave them down in the comment section. I love to read them. I love to answer them, though I have to admit, I look upon with fear and trepidation every time that little notification thing shows up as there being notifications on there, because on my YouTube stuff, because oh, what if that one is the one that's really going to tear me apart? So far you all have been really super nice. Borksmeister, thank you for Shattered Planet. I'm going to do an entire Shattered Planet video on that. Thank you so very, very much. Everybody, follow links and take care. Be good. Don't get anxiety, please. Take care. See you all on the flip side.